The Galactic Culinary Federation had fallen. After stealing the golden garlic, Lord Wanton unleashed his ultimate weapon, the Banquet of Oblivion, a feast so powerful it erased the taste of entire planets. One by one, civilizations forgot the joy of food. Soups turned to ash, dumplings crumbled to dust, even water tasted like regret. Only one planet remained, Dumpling Prime, and only one chef stood in Wonton's way. A panda who still hadn't mastered the toaster. The leftover protocol. Bo-Ling sat in the ruins of the Noodle Temple, staring at the broken wok, now repaired, but still useless against Wonton's flavorless armada. Chili Pepper kicked a burnt dumpling. We're doomed. Wonton's got an army, a god-tier spice rack, and now the golden garlic. What do we have? Sticky rice, stuck to the ceiling. Half a bag of stale chips? Then the spoon spoke. There is one recipe, the one even Master Bao feared, the leftover protocol. Bo-Ling blinked. You mean cooking with scraps? No. The spoon's glow turned blood red. Cooking with nothing. The 5 forbidden ingredients. To perform the leftover protocol, Bo-Ling needed the void salt, harvested from a black hole's rim. The phantom pepper only grows in a dimension where taste doesn't exist. The last egg, laid by the cosmic hen, a legendary space poultry. The forbidden MSG, banned by the Geneva Food Convention. A willing taste tester, RIP Sticky Rice. Their mission, steal them all before Wanton's spice fleet burns Dumpling Prime to a crisp. The Cosmic Hen Heist. The team infiltrated Wanton's flagship, disguised as janitors, Bo-Ling, and a very suspicious mop, Sticky Rice. Highlights. Chili Pepper seduced the sauce guard with a spicy wink. It worked. Bo-Ling mistook the self-destruct button for a snack dispenser. It wasn't. The Cosmic Hen was a giant, judgmental chicken who only spoke in food puns. You've come to extract me? How unbelievable! They escaped, with the egg, as the ship exploded behind them, mostly on purpose. While Bo-Ling hunts for the 5 forbidden ingredients, Chili Pepper disappears nightly, returning with singed fur and a smirk. One night, Bo-Ling follows her to the Broken Walk Tavern, a speakeasy under a dumpling shop where exiled chefs plot against Wanton. Meet the resistance, General Tso, now a defector. Wonton's former enforcer, hiding a burn scar where his loyalty spice implant was removed. Sifu Miso, a blind old master who fights with soup ladles and sees through the broth's vibrations. The Wasabi Ninja, double agent, slipping Chili Pepper intel. But why? Chili Pepper's secret. She's been training with them, hiding it because you just worry, Bo-Ling. Conflict. When Bo-Ling insists on joining, General Tso refuses. The Noodle Master's job is to cook, ours is to fight. Foreshadowing, Sifu Miso whispers, the last ingredient isn't found. It's sacrificed. The Wasabi Ninja's betrayal. Or was it? Back on Dumpling Prime, the Wasabi Ninja ambushed them. The golden garlic must be destroyed, he hissed, knocking Bo-Ling flat. Twist. He wasn't working for Wonton. He was trying to stop him. Wonton plans to eat the flavor spirit. If he succeeds, flavor dies forever. Then Madame Dumpling attacked, pinning the ninja down. Run, Panda, and for the love of soy, cook something. The ninja's last stand. Flashback. The Wasabi Ninja was once Little Mint, Wonton's adopted son and star pupil, until he witnessed Wonton poisoning Master Bao. Now he sabotages Wonton's fleet one ship at a time, but his lungs are failing from inhaling too much forbidden MSG. Key scene. After saving Bo-Ling from Madame Dumpling, the ninja collapses, handing Bo-Ling a tiny jade onion. My mother's last ingredient for the leftover protocol. Use it To remind Wonton, food should taste like home. He dissolves into green mist, his last act, erasing Wonton's flagship coordinates from Dumpling Prime scanners. Impact. Bo-Ling finally takes the fight seriously. Chili Pepper vows revenge, setting up her Book 3 rage arc, the final recipe. At the Banquet of Oblivion, Wonton stood before a black hole wok, the golden garlic hovering above it. Behold, the dish that will end all dishes. Bo-Ling had no ingredients left, only the spoon, so he did the one thing Wonton never expected. He cooked nothing, just empty hands, a silent wok, and a whisper. This one's for you. The flavor spirit trembled. New subplot. Sticky Rice's hidden power. The rice that binds throughout the book, Sticky Rice keeps accidentally surviving impossible situations, falling into Wonton's broth, and emerging seasoned but unharmed, getting eaten by the cosmic hen and hatching unscathed. Reveal, he's not just stretchy, he's immortal. The spoons whisper. The last egg wasn't laid by the cosmic hen. It was the cosmic hen, and he was the egg all along. Sticky Rice's fate. To complete the leftover protocol, he must become the last egg ingredient. But I'll unexist, he wails. No, says the spoon. You'll finally be what you always were, the glue holding this team together. Tearjerker moment. As Bo-Ling cooks, Sticky Rice fades into the dish. His last words, tell Chili Pepper. She's spicy, but in a good way. He'll return in Book 3 as a ghostly rice spirit. The nothing that saved everything with no ingredients left, Bo-Ling faces Wonton at the Banquet of Oblivion. Wonton's taunt. You're nothing. A failure who burned water. Bo-Ling's epiphany. He remembers. Chili Peppers, stop trying to be a hero. Just be you. Sticky Rice's food tastes better with friends. The ninjas make it taste like home. He throws away the spoon and cooks with his bare paws. The dish, void salt, his tears for Sticky Rice, phantom pepper, Chili Pepper's fiery spirit, last egg, the ninja's sacrifice, forbidden MSG, mom's love, the jade onion. Result, a single perfect dumpling that tastes like everyone who made it. The flavor, spirit weeps, wanton screams, and the galaxy remembers joy. Prologue, the abduction of the Noodle Master. After saving Dumpling Prime, Bo-Ling became a legend. His food was so delicious, it could make warring planets sign peace treaties just to get a taste. But fame came at a cost. One night, while preparing his famous cosmic char Xiao Bao, a massive spaceship shaped like a steaming wok descended over his noodle shop. Before he could react, alien chefs from the planet Gluttonix 9 abducted him, dragging him to their homeworld where he was forced into culinary slavery. Gluttonix 9's dark secret. A planet ruled by food-obsessed aliens with no taste buds of their own. Their only joy. The flavors stolen from other worlds. Bo-Ling's cooking was so addictive, they imprisoned him in the Golden Kitchen, a high-tech prison where he cooked day and night under armed guard. Back on Earth, without Bo-Ling's food, humanity fell into despair. Restaurants closed, chefs gave up, unable to replicate his recipes. People wasted away, craving flavors they'd never taste again. A message spread across the stars. Bring back the Noodle Master, or Earth will starve. The resistance rises. The human task force, led by General Bao, a hardened war veteran turned food critic, a ragtag team assembled to rescue Bo-Ling. Chef Ling Ling, Bo-Ling's estranged sister, a master of knife combat, but terrible at cooking. Professor Umami, a scientist who studied Bo-Ling's flavor waves and built a taste-based teleporter. The Wok Rider, a smuggler with a sentient wok-shaped spaceship, voiced by Samuel L. Watson. Their mission, infiltrate Gluttonix 9. Free Bo-Ling. Smuggle him back before Earth's food crisis becomes irreversible. The Golden Kitchen, Bo-Ling's torment. On Gluttonix 9, Bo-Ling was a prisoner in a gilded cage, forced to cook endlessly for the planet's tyrannical gourmet overlords. His new life. Robotic guards monitored his every move. No sleep, only cooking. Torture by over-seasoning. If he refused, they force-fed him his own dishes until he vomited. Worst of all, the aliens couldn't even taste properly. They just hoarded the flavors, leaving the food to rot in vaults while billions starved. Bo-Ling's breaking point. After months of captivity, he stopped cooking with love, and the food lost its magic. The aliens raged, demanding he fix it. "I can't," he whispered. "You killed the joy in it." The rescue mission, Humanity Strikes Back. The human team infiltrated Gluttonix 9, disguising themselves as intergalactic food inspectors. Key moments. Chef Ling Ling dueled the head torturer, a squid-like alien with razor-sharp chopsticks, in a knife versus chopstick showdown. Professor Umami hacked into the flavor security grid using a modified soy sauce dispenser. The walk rider crashed his ship into the Golden Kitchen, screaming, "This is for MSG, you monsters!" They found Bo-Ling, broken, thin, his paws trembling. "You came?" he rasped. Ling Ling grabbed him. "We need you, idiot. Earth's dying without you." The last cook-off, Panda versus gourmet overlords. As they fled, the gourmet overlords activated their final weapon. The Flavor Sucker 3000, a machine designed to extract Bo-Ling's culinary soul. The stakes. If they escaped, Gluttonix 9 would starve without his food. If they stayed, Earth would wither away. Bo-Ling's decision. He challenged the overlords to one last cook-off. "If I win, you let us go. If I lose, I stay forever." The challenge. Cook a dish so powerful it reminds them what real flavor is. Secret ingredient. The tears of a homesick panda. The dish that saved two worlds. Bo-Ling cooked the last dumpling. A simple recipe. Dough made from stolen earth flour. Filling blended with his sadness, hope, and rage. Steamed over the fires of rebellion. When the gourmet overlords ate it, they tasted for the first time, and they wept. "We forgot," their leader choked. "Food is meant to be shared." The aftermath. The aliens freed Bo-Ling, vowing to trade fairly. Earth's flavor returned, stronger than ever. Gluttonix 9 and Earth formed the first intergalactic food alliance. The Great Space Grocery Grab, a shopping spree gone wrong. Back on Earth, the Intergalactic Food Alliance was a roaring success. Earthlings were enjoying Gluttonix 9's exotic space fruits, which tasted suspiciously like bubblegum. And the Gluttonixians were obsessed with Earth's, well, everything, especially pickles. But General Bao, ever the pragmatist, knew the peace was fragile. "We need a stable supply chain," he bellowed at a press conference, nearly choking on a space pickle. "And that means a trip to the intergalactic supermarket." Thus, the human task force plus Bo-Ling, who insisted on coming along to ensure ingredient quality, piled into the Walk Rider. Their destination, the Cosmic Commissary, a sprawling space station where every imaginable and unimaginable foodstuff was traded. The parking lot brawl. The Walk Rider, piloted by the ever-irascible Samuel L. Watson, got into a fender bender with a giant, sentient, space broccoli truck. "I am tired of these mother-flipping vegetables in this mother-flipping parking lot," Watson roared, deploying the Walk Rider's spicy oil slick defense mechanism. The Spice Aisle Mayhem. Bo-Ling, horrified by the Gluttonixians' flavor-enhanced MSG, which glowed neon green and smelled faintly of gym socks, went on a rampage, knocking over spice racks and lecturing bewildered aliens on the proper use of Sichuan peppercorns. This isn't flavor. This is chemical warfare. Ling Ling's knife skills put to the test. A group of rogue space pirates disguised as produce vendors attempted to steal a shipment of Earth's prized ghost peppers. Ling Ling, wielding her trusty cleaver, engaged them in a hilariously over-the-top knife fight, deflecting laser blasts with flying carrots and tripping pirates with strategically placed durians. Professor Umami's scientific blunder. While trying to scan a particularly rare space mango, Professor Umami accidentally activated the commissary's flavor amplifier, causing all the food to become ridiculously, overpoweringly flavorful. Suddenly, everyone was overwhelmed by the taste of super-concentrated space chocolate and crying from the intensity of space onions. The Great Earth Ingredient Crisis, Bo-Ling's breakdown. Back on Gluttonix 9, things were going from bad to worse. Bo-Ling, after a week of cooking with Gluttonixian ingredients, was in despair. This is an abomination, he wailed, throwing a handful of space cilantro into the trash. Where is the earthiness of the ginger? The subtle sweetness of the scallions? The dirt? The problem was simple. Gluttonix 9, despite its technological prowess, had terrible soil. Their Earth-replicating farms produced pale imitations of Earth's ingredients. Bo-Ling's list of demands. Authentic Earth soil. I need the real stuff, the kind with worms and history. Free-range chickens. These space chickens taste like rubber. I need chickens that have seen the sun, pecked at bugs, and laid eggs with soul. Grandma's secret soy sauce. Okay, maybe not Grandma's specifically, but a soy sauce that hasn't been genetically modified to taste like grape soda. The Gluttonixian overlords, desperate to keep Bo-Ling happy and their planet fed, agreed to his demands. General Bao, back on Earth, was tasked with fulfilling them. Operation Soil Retrieval, a very dirty mission. General Bao, Chef Ling Ling, and the Walk Rider embarked on a new mission to steal the finest soil from Earth. Key moments: the garden gnome. Gambit. To avoid detection, they disguised the Walk Rider as a giant garden gnome. Samuel L. Watson was not pleased. I am not a mother-flipping garden ornament. The Great British Bake-Off heist. They attempted to steal soil from the set of The Great British Bake-Off, leading to a hilarious chase scene involving Paul Hollywood, Prue Leith, and a squadron of angry bakers armed with rolling pins. The wormhole mishap. While escaping with a truckload of prime topsoil, the Walk Rider accidentally activated a wormhole, transporting them to a planet made entirely of cheese. The Chicken Liberation Front, Cluck U, Gluttonix 9. Professor Umami, meanwhile, was tasked with securing the free-range chickens. She infiltrated a Gluttonixian chicken farm, a sterile dystopian facility where chickens were grown in test tubes. Key moments: the Chicken Whisperer. Professor Umami discovered she had an uncanny ability to communicate with chickens. She convinced them to join her rebellion. The Eggsplosion. Using her scientific ingenuity, she rigged the chicken farm's incubator to explode, launching thousands of fertilized eggs into the air. The Chicken Mech Battle. The Gluttonixians deployed their chicken control mechs, giant robots designed to herd the chickens. Professor Umami, piloting a modified soy sauce dispenser, engaged them in a hilarious mech battle, coating the robots in sticky soy sauce and causing them to malfunction. Bo-Ling's Earth Dumplings, a taste of home. With the Earth ingredients secured, Bo-Ling returned to the Golden Kitchen, a new fire in his eyes. He cooked a batch of his signature Earth dumplings, infused with the flavor of home. The Gluttonixian overlords, initially skeptical, were blown away. They tasted the rich soil, the succulent chicken, the complex soy sauce, and they wept. This, this is what food is supposed to be, they exclaimed. The flavorless uprising, Wonton's revenge. Months after the Earth dumpling miracle, a disturbing trend began on Gluttonix 9. Citizens started complaining of flavor fatigue. The constant bombardment of real flavors after a lifetime of blandness was overwhelming their senses. Seizing this opportunity, Lord Wanton, now leading a shadowy organization called the Flavorless, launched his uprising. The Bland Bombs. Wonton's followers detonated bland bombs across Gluttonix 9, devices that sucked all the flavor out of the surrounding area, turning food into tasteless mush. The soy sauce sabotage. Wonton's agents infiltrated the Gluttonixian soy sauce factories, replacing the authentic Earth soy sauce with a flavorless imitation made from recycled cardboard. The Great Noodle Shortage. Wonton orchestrated a massive noodle shortage, hoarding all the noodles and selling them on the black market at exorbitant prices. The Intergalactic Food Court Brawl, a culinary civil war. The flavorless uprising sparked a full-blown culinary civil war on Gluttonix 9. The flavorful, led by the gourmet overlords who had developed a newfound appreciation for taste, fought back against Wonton's forces. The battleground, the Intergalactic Food Court, a chaotic hub of culinary delights and questionable hygiene. The sushi slingers, sushi chefs armed with razor-sharp knives and explosive wasabi, engaged in a deadly game of sushi slinging, launching projectiles of raw fish at their enemies. The taco truck tank, a heavily armored taco truck equipped with a flamethrower that shot hot sauce, served as the flavorful's main offensive weapon. The boba tea barrage. Boba tea vendors launched volleys of tapioca balls at the flavorless, creating a slippery, chaotic mess. Ling Ling's food court fury. Chef Ling Ling, wielding a pair of oversized chopsticks, single-handedly took down a squad of flavorless soldiers armed with flavor-sucking vacuum cleaners. Bo-Ling's flavor quest, searching for the lost umami. As Gluttonix 9 descended into chaos, Bo-Ling realized that something was missing. The Earth ingredients, while delicious, weren't enough. He needed umami. He embarked on a quest to find the legendary lost umami, a mythical source of pure, concentrated flavor said to be hidden on a remote planet, the Oracle of the Onion. Bo-Ling consulted the Oracle of the Onion, a wise old onion who could see the future. The oracle told him that the lost umami could only be found by someone with a pure heart and a discerning palate. The planet of perpetual pickles. Bo-Ling's quest led him to the planet of perpetual pickles, a bizarre world where everything was made of pickles. He had to navigate a treacherous landscape of pickle mountains and pickle rivers, all while avoiding the wrath of the Pickle King, the Mushroom Monks. On a remote mountaintop, Bo-Ling encountered the Mushroom Monks, a group of reclusive monks who had dedicated their lives to cultivating the perfect mushroom. They taught him the secrets of umami and the importance of patience. The Walk Rider's sacrifice, a heroic delivery. While Bo-Ling searched for the lost umami, the Walk Rider, piloted by Samuel L. Watson, was tasked with delivering a crucial shipment of Earth's finest ingredients to the besieged gourmet overlords. However, Wanton's forces ambushed the Walk Rider, disabling its engines and leaving it stranded in the middle of a flavorless wasteland. The flavorless storm. The Walk Rider was caught in a flavorless storm, a swirling vortex of blandness that threatened to strip away all its flavor. Wakson's last stand. Samuel L. Wakson, refusing to surrender, fought off wave after wave of flavorless soldiers, using his wok-shaped spaceship as a weapon. The spicy oil sacrifice. With the Walk Rider on the verge of being destroyed, Wakson made a heroic decision. He overloaded the ship's spicy oil slick defense mechanism, unleashing a massive wave of spicy oil that engulfed the flavorless forces, disabling their weapons and allowing the gourmet overlords to escape. The umami bomb, a flavorful finale. Bo-Ling, having mastered the secrets of umami, returned to Glutenix 9 just in time. He created the umami bomb, a concentrated burst of pure flavor that could restore taste to the entire planet. The flavorless showdown. Bo-Ling confronted Lord Wanton in a final showdown at the heart of the Intergalactic food court. The umami explosion. Bo-Ling detonated the umami bomb, unleashing a wave of flavor that washed over Glutenix 9, restoring taste to the citizens and neutralizing Wanton's bland bombs. Wanton's redemption? Maybe. Overwhelmed by the sudden influx of flavor, Lord Wanton collapsed, finally experiencing the joy of taste for the first time. Whether this leads to his redemption or a new, even more flavor-obsessed villain remains to be seen. The Intergalactic Food Alliance is stronger than ever, but a new threat looms on the horizon. A mysterious planet, known only as the Sugar Rush, has declared war on all things savory. The galactic food wars are far from over,